Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. I just started, Jack. Hold your horses. It's all good. Just like 3 seconds. I was late. I apologize.
It was my fault.
No, it's all.
I'm always late. I'm sorry.
Hello, Sydney. Yes, Jared, Jack, Nellis, all the usual suspects in here. Rena, hello to you. Big John. Hey, howdy, hey to you. Michael, good to see you. All right. Well, welcome to Early Night Live, the #1 theme park live stream in the world. I'm Banks.
I'm Ava.
I'm Kat.
And I know that we were talking about last week, possibly going to Disney Springs this week. We are putting that on hold until next week. Right off the top, with everything going on in the world right now, we just wanted to we're just gonna stay home. We're gonna do a chill show, not as long as usual. I'm exhausted from all day's adventures, but do what?
So you had a long day.
It's been a long day, but I mean, nothing compared to what's going on out there, and just know everyone there. Just fight a good fight. We're with you. We love you. Just keep going. You're doing a good thing. Hello, Nathan, Rodney.
What? Everyone's here.
Everyone is here. So yeah, we're gonna keep this a shorter show. I've been up since 2:30 in the morning, since thanks to the kids, and I've been walking around Universal majority of the day. I'm a little red already. We're gonna talk a little bit about the experience of going to the theme parks now, the reopening. And Ava and Kat, if you have any questions about what I experienced at either Legoland or Universal, ask them. Of course, you guys in the chat, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk about my experience. Both Legoland and Universal, I'll start off just saying I had a great time at both of the places. They're both doing their damnedest to keep everyone safe. Majority of the issues that I've had were not with what the parks are doing, but with what guests are doing, and that was to be expected because not everyone is going to behave and be their best. So
I'm shocked.
Sylvia, no, Universal in California is not open right now. It is just Florida.
Hi, Sydney. Well, I have a question. Where should Banks and I get food? DoorDash or Uber Eats?
Everyone wants to answer that. We will.
I say Uber Eats because I usually go for Uber Eats, but depends on what's on which one has the better restaurants in your
What you're
area.
in the mood for,
Each one has some good places here around where we're at, but we tend to do DoorDash more because right now DoorDash has suspended delivery fees, whereas Uber Eats has not. So save
then
a little
do
money.
DoorDash if they suspended. There's your answer. Save the money.
I think she wants to know where exactly, like what restaurant.
Oh.
Okay, we'll make a list of the restaurant, and me and Ava will help. We are the big foodies here on the channel. We're always eating.
Food.
I shoved pasta down my throat. That's why I was
hello
late.
to you.
Hey,
Ollie. Michael. Yeah. So if you guys ask questions, what would you like to know about the experience?
Well, I talked to some people today who actually opened working Universal. A couple of them from Hagrid's, and they were telling me a little bit about the virtual queue. And one of them said, "Oh God, we're the new Rise," and I hate it.
Yeah. So
Did you get those virtual pass?
Well, yeah. For those who don't know, Universal implemented virtual queue now for several of their big attractions. Not all the attractions have virtual queue, but there are some that do offer it now. Some of them for the first time. I think Fallon and Fast and Furious were the only ones before this doing virtual queues.
The ones with the really, really long lines.
Exactly.
Fast and Furious. Because you definitely want to wait in a virtual queue.
When I go to Universal, I'm like, what are the 2 things I'm going to do? And right away, I'm like, Jimmy Fallon.
And Fast and Furious.
When is virtual queue ending and Max Pass? I don't know. Max Pass is California, Michael. And virtual queue, are you talking about what? With Disney? Elaborate on that question, please. So yes, virtual queue at Universal, the way it works is you download the Universal app, the official app, and in there they have a virtual queue tab that you click on, and it has a list of attractions that are offering virtual queues. You can book up to 2 attractions at a time, but the return times cannot overlap, just like FastPass. But instead of 3 at Disney, you can only do 2 at a time at Universal. I did not get Hagrid's. I did not get lucky enough to find any times throughout the day that I was looking. But what was interesting to me in terms of the times, it seemed like they were slowly releasing times throughout the day. So a lot of the times were returning at like the top and bottom of the hour every 30 minutes. So 10 minutes before like 1 o'clock, and then 10 minutes before 1:30, and so on, they would release a new set of times for people to get. And they would go within a minute or so. And if you missed it, just wait another minutes and then you get another shot. So that's what it seemed like was happening, because whenever I would check for new things, I found more times to be available 10 minutes prior to the top and bottom of the hours. So I was able, I got Fallon because it was the only one available when I first got there, and I wanted to see what the markers were like in the queue. So I got Fallon, I got Mummy, and I got Kong. Those were the 3 attractions I was able to get virtual queues for this time.
Mummy.
Mummy's great. I mean, my because we're going tomorrow. My sister, my dad, and myself. And my sister hasn't really been on many of the rides there, so they were watching videos of like the rides, and my dad's like, I can do that one, or like, because he's old. Don't tell him I said that. Like, he's like, I can't do that one. And so like Mummy, I was like quoting the entire ride and like acting out like I was on the ride vehicle. And then, and I was like, and there's fire on the ceiling. So I'm excited to go tomorrow.
I can't speak for any other venues. I can kind of speak for Hagrid's. What I've been told is that their virtual queue, they put out new times every hour.
Okay.
But they said that when they opened the park at 9 a.m., all the virtual queues for that hour were gone immediately.
Yeah. It's got one of the things. It's just like rides.
If you have a space in the Hagrid's queue, you can't have another one. Like you said that you can have 2. Not if you have a Hagrid's one, you can only have the Hagrid's one. You can't have any others.
That's interesting. It's interesting to know. I was not able to get Hagrid, so I did not notice that.
Yeah.
But I did notice I had Fallon and Mummy at the same time, but I couldn't make any more.
Yeah. So maybe like certain rides are like you can only have a few, but I don't know. I know at Hagrid's, they're Hagrid's, so you can only have one.
Right. Michael, well, Disney, I don't know yet. They haven't officially announced. I mean, they're doing a reservation system if you want to even visit the park. So stands the reason there could be virtual queues added to Disney attractions at this point. It's just, we don't know. It's rumors. Nothing's officially announced. They got a month. So I'm sure we'll learn more details closer to July 11th, July 15th. Jared, how was it?
I was about to ask the same question.
Oh, yes. Check-in process. Okay, so obviously today and tomorrow are just days for annual pass holders who signed up ahead of time. It's not the general public. Check-in process. So if you are arriving in the morning, expect to wait in a long line for the temperature screening because everyone is going there in the morning at once. However, even though the line, so the area in the garage, the parking garages right next to where you park your car, where the escalators are, that whole area, it's snaked up and down about 4 times, the whole area for the queue for the temperature screenings. Good news is that it kept moving. If it stopped, it was stopped for less than 10 seconds, and then we kept on moving. When I first got in line for the temperature screenings, I was through within minutes. So it may look long, it may look daunting. Stick it out, it'll go quick. However, this is where my first issue is with guests. There are no markers here until you get closer to the temperature screenings. Before those markers, no one is observing that 6-foot rule. Even though you're continually walking, there's still people. It's up to you to stay distant from the person in front of you, but people behind you aren't going to probably observe that same distance. So just be wary of that. It's going to get crowded and people aren't going to stay far apart before you get to the markers. And then the check-in process for the annual pass was quick and easy. You just show the QR code and your email, and that's it. Very quick and simple.
Cool.
Now, are the restaurants open, or is it still like, how is that going? Like
the restaurants
walk in the parks.
Not every restaurant is open. Just a select number are open. I did not stop at any restaurants because the ones that I walked by had long lines.
Mm-hmm.
And they're only letting in a certain amount of people at a time. Well, inside they have markers for the lines.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't think, from what I understand from friends that did do it today and during team member previews, the restaurants are you go in and you immediately get a table, and then a team member comes up to you and get your order, or it's either that or you order it in the app first and then they bring it out to your table. You don't wait in the line and order at the counter and bring your food. You immediately sit down and order it either with a team member or on the app.
Oh, interesting.
I
like that because then I don't have to talk to as many people.
Yali, yeah, I feel like they did. I think that Universal has implemented is really, really good and is with the mindset of keeping everyone safe and distant. Like I said earlier, it's going to be all about the guests and them abiding by these rules, and that will make it look like if it's safe or not. Universal's doing the damn good job. The queues have markers from beginning to ride load, so that was no issue. And for the most part, aside from out in the streets, people were staying pretty distant in the streets. And in the queues, people were observing the markers and were not crowding around people. The queues were done very well, and everyone was following the rules. I was very, very happy to see that. And even the queues are moving fast because they're not. I think they're doing express pass. I'm not sure, but with virtual queue with Mummy, I got into the Mummy line at noon when my virtual queue started. And everyone was going in at that same time who had that time slot. So the virtual queue, the queue for Mummy, for me, was at the very beginning. That's how far back the queue went, was at the entrance for the ride. But it only took me 15 minutes to get to the ride vehicle. From the beginning of the queue to loading was 15 minutes. So it's moving fast. Even though they're only loading one or like two or three parties at a time. They're only loading because like Mummy has 4 rows. So you'll have a party in one row and then a party in row 3, and that's it. They're spacing them out. Fallon was the same way. I think that has 6 rows. They were only loading in the even numbered rows, and then only 2 or 3 parties per row, depending on how many people are in your party. So they're spacing these out very well. Every other row, especially on Kong as well. I was the only one in my row on that one. Spider-Man, it's 3 rows. So they were only doing the front and the back row. So they're doing a good job with loading and keeping the line moving and keeping people distant. I was very, very, very happy with how that happened.
A little fun fact, since you didn't go on Hagrid, they are actually loading every row because the seats are actually 6.3 feet apart.
There we go. Well, that will help with capacity.
They already are abiding by that, so they actually get to fill every row. But there are no single riders. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's for like the whole park.
I didn't see single riders at all anywhere.
Yeah, they don't want to put a random single person with a different family, so they don't have single riders at all anywhere.
Nathan, social distancing is. When you're out in the streets, it's kind of out of Universal's hands because there are no markers. It's just guests walking freely. In the parks, people were doing pretty well. The temperature screening line was a bad place because there were no markers. But, I didn't feel like I was crowded around anyone when I was walking in the park and between the parks. And I was doing my best to avoid getting too close to people. So once again, it's just going to have to be up to the guests to be able to observe that rule. And I don't know how it's going to look on Friday when you have the whole general public coming in to the park. That'll be interesting to see.
No, they're not doing a reservation system like Disney is for general admission, or
no, Disney's the only one in Florida that is doing a reservation system.
Okay.
Well, hopefully.
I mean, they're going to have limited capacity, of course. We don't know
of course.
We don't know what the capacity number is for Universal. I do know officially Gatorland is 25% capacity. So we don't know I don't think they're going to release the numbers of what they're going to do, but it'll be interesting to see like when they do the cutoff.
Or what time it reaches the cutoff.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about Volcano Bay. I did not go there. I know the masks, you cannot wear them on the slides, but I don't know about walking around the park. That is not a question that I would be able to answer at this time, unfortunately.
Another correct me if I'm wrong comment. So you have to use hand sanitizer before you get on the rides.
Yes.
Yes, and it's like theirs. Like you can't use yours; you have to use theirs.
Exactly. Yes, that's another thing that I actually really, really enjoyed and was very appreciative about Universal. Every ride I went on, as soon as you got to the boarding area of the rides, there was a team member there with a bottle of hand sanitizer that would squirt it in the hand for you. Every ride, every person, no questions asked. That was really nice because that way you get your hands nice and clean before you sit down and pull, hold on lap bars and things like that. So that was a really cool thing to see, is that they are giving out hand sanitizer every attraction. At least I went on. That's all people without masks. I think it's kind of stupid to come out of the grocery stores and restaurants or anywhere. That's my, So actually, Universal is required to wear masks. You have to wear masks. No ifs, ands, or buts. You cannot be on property without a mask on. The only time you take your mask off is if you're eating, you're walking and drinking something, you're sitting down to eat. I was very surprised that everyone was following the mask guideline. I did not see a single person without a mask except for 3 times. One time was someone in the queue with us for the Raptor encounter. They didn't have a mask at all. And when the team member asked them to please put a mask on, I think they had a wristband or something that they got from guest services saying.
I can tell you about that.
What?
I can tell you about that when you're.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So the wristband is for people with medical conditions that can't wear masks. Like if they have like something medically that they don't have to wear a mask and they're given the wristband. Mm-hmm. But on certain rides, they will still be required to wear a mask. So again, Hagrid's, if that person comes up with a wristband, they're given a disposable mask to wear while riding.
Okay.
But people who have wristbands when they're walking around the park have something medically wrong, and so they are allowed to not wear a mask for whatever that medical reason is. Yeah,
the person I saw was in a ECV, so and they were having trouble walking, so it seemed like it was a medical issue reason. So they weren't wearing a mask, but they had the green light to not wear a mask. And then there was 2 other people I didn't see, but I heard team members verbally saying, "Hey, please put the mask over your nose, or please put the mask back on your face when you're not drinking." So the team members are, at least from what I could hear, are on top of the guests to make sure that they are wearing their masks properly. And Ava was just talking about that, Jared. Yes, especially the attractions I went on, they made a point of saying the masks are required. Do not take them off. So it seems to be. I'm not sure about big fast rides like Rocket or Hulk, because there may be an issue that they could fly off because of the high speeds. I don't know, but it seems to be a majority of the attractions you still required to wear them. Which I will say is, look, I got glasses. Here. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay.
I'm gonna need to get another mask, because I don't think that Universal is really gonna appreciate my Mickey Mouse Disney mask.
I mean, you know how theme park people are. They wear the Disney stuff to Universal and vice versa. How many times have we been in Hollywood Studios and we've seen people wearing the wizard robes?
The amount of that's always me though. Like I absolutely. It's a look.
Oh no, I got this one. Thank you.
When you breathe, does it fog up your glasses? Because mine does that sometimes.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
It's actually not doing it right now. I'm surprised. There it goes.
A little bit, yeah. Mine does that too.
Yeah, so that for people like me who wear glasses, the fogging up while breathing is an issue, and especially on the 3D rides with the 3D glasses, you have to position them in a way where it's like on the mask itself to keep it from fogging up. So that's an issue with the 3D rides, and for those of us who wear masks or wear glasses. But
when I wear my mask, my glasses are like here, like they're centered on my eyebrows, not my eyes.
But yeah, they are selling these in the park. So they are $6. There's 3 designs. There's the annual pass one. There's one with like a mosaic of the universal globe. And then there's one that says love is universal with rainbow on it.
Nice.
It's $6 each, or you can buy all 3 for $15.
I'll go with my Disney mask and then get shamed into buying a universal mask.
I'm sure because I was not expecting Universal to already have masks available to buy. So I'm sure Disney will have some available by July 11th.
I mean, I bought a mask that says "LOL, you're not Cher" on it, so that's my excuse for everything.
Very appropriate.
Do I get my Cher speed hour today? Do I get my Cher speed?
Let me
catch up.
Thank you. I try.
Let me catch up on the chat here. I'm missing a lot. I do apologize.
Nathan asked a question. He said that he heard reports of a lot of people passing out due to the heat and mask, and he wanted to know if you saw anything along those lines.
Yes. No, I did not see anything along those lines, Nathan, in terms of people getting too hot. However, I did see, and Florida Joy-Con mentions it, they do have rest areas designated in islands, studios, and outside at City Walk for people to be able to relax and sit down and take their masks off for a little bit if they so choose to. Studios, I think it's in Central Park. IOA, it's in the center area right after you enter ports of entry, and you can either go right to Marvel and left to Seuss, or right to Seuss, left to Marvel, and you can go down and look over the lagoon. That is the rest area. And then City Walk is out in front of the Hard Rock Cafe. So they do have those areas. If you need to sit down for a little bit and take your mask off, they are doing that. And I think Disney has officially said they are looking into doing that as well at their parks.
And I mean to laugh. I'm just getting roasted in the chat by Cool Daddy, apparently.
Oh, boy.
Bringing up Cher 20 minutes into the chat. Well, excuse me.
Well, it's going to be a short one today. You got to get it in early.
God's sakes. Next time we come on, when we do an early night from home, I'm just going to put all my Cher stuff right behind me.
Sydney, let him in. Let him in. Apparently, my son wants to come in here and see everyone. So let him in, Sydney. I don't know if you can order them online. The masks, I don't know if they are available online just yet. However,
Disney
they do.
has ones online.
They do have the 30th anniversary merchandise online and in person. So this is the.
Ooh.
Hello. Come here.
Hi, Oliver.
Hi, Oliver.
Hi.
Hello, Spencer. Which park will be the hardest to find a reservation for? At Disney, all of them, probably.
Every single one.
I mean, well, it depends on what's like. I mean, I feel like Magic would be the hardest because, like, if you are coming down for vacation, like, and you're only here for a couple days or something like that, everyone's going to want to go to Magic. If you're a Star Wars fan, then it would be for Hollywood, because if you're going to spend all day at one park, like, because we won't be able to park hop. You have to stay at one park the whole time when you make a reservation.
This is
Maybe
true.
Epcot won't be that busy because there's no festivals going on.
Yeah, exactly. And Animal Kingdom, I mean, I think she's great. Like, but there are some that you can't, like, if you're going to make a reservation for a park to stay at all day, because you can only stay at one park, I don't think Animal Kingdom would be the busiest, because Animal Kingdom is like a half-day park. But so is Hollywood Studios, unless you literally are so immersed into Star Wars where you have no problem spending all day, and also the citizens of Hollywood, but we don't know if they're going to be out. I mean, they had the characters Universal with the mask on.
Yeah, I was gonna show that right now.
Yes, go ahead. Sorry, we just took over.
Let the slideshow begin.
This is my selfie with the Scooby Gang, and they're wearing their masks. Not all the characters wearing masks. Marilyn Monroe was not wearing a mask. Betty Boop was not. Beetlejuice was not. I think those may be issues with like copyright and with the actors. They may have to sign off on using their likeness with a mask or something like that. Since these are cartoon characters, they can do whatever they want with them.
Scooby is not wearing a mask.
It's surprising with Betty Boop though, because Betty Boop is a cartoon character as well. She's not.
True. Yeah, I don't know why she didn't have one.
Maybe because. Oh no, never mind.
I mean, even Penelope at Twosome, she wears a mask. Like.
Weird.
Okay, so let me see here.
But they're far away though, right? They're not like.
Well, yeah, there's like a stand. I saw pictures where you stand. Like, there's a spot where you stand, and then they had a Kung Fu Panda. They had like Poe up on the bridge.
Yep.
When you entered IOA, and he was like waving to you and stuff like that.
Whoa! Yeah, all the characters are on little stages or up above, and like Kat said, there are markers for you to know where to stand to get your selfie. So that's a cool thing. Yeah, I don't know if Scissors are going to be out. I don't even know if the Rise pre-shows are going to even be going, because from what I've seen, the pre-shows at Universal are not happening. Like Gringotts, no pre-show. Any place where you're going to be gathered in a room to watch something, they're just bypassing it. So it makes me wonder how things like Rise are going to work with that.
I mean, they could do what Universal's doing with the characters who don't have masks.
Yeah.
Like citizens. They could have them, far away, like up, like they can make like a little place for the citizens to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't really gather around them, or like they could. Like they could do or they could be like years ago, like a million years ago, the citizens, they used to have nighttime citizens of Hollywood. And so there is the day set and the night set. So when the park was closing, they would be up on the balconies, up on Hollywood Boulevard, and they would be having like arguments, like couple arguments, where some would be down in the street and then some would be up and they'd be yelling at each other. So they could
do that.
They should be up on the balconies.
They should do that.
Yeah, they should put them up on the balconies, and they could just roast guests. They could, yell at
guests who don't have masks on or something. It'd be great.
Oh my god, fire wiener!
Yeah,
just let him yell at people. He can do it. That's what he does. He yells at people.
I think that'd be a pretty smart idea.
Yeah, put them up on balconies, and then there won't be crowding. People can like look at them and stuff like that. You could still take a selfie, videotape them, but you could keep going. And if they want to wear a mask, they can wear. Could you imagine Dorma in a mask? Her makeup would get everywhere.
I think because they're not. Like licensed characters, like
they could do
people like Carolyn, so they can wear masks, no problem. They can make masks that from extra fabric of the costumes. We just went on a whole thing. Sorry, go ahead, Banks. Continue.
No, I just want to answer Kenneth's question. I didn't see that happening. I mean, obviously, you leave the ride vehicle. I don't know if they go in and clean every single time, but when I was waiting in the Jimmy Fallon queue, there was a guy actively cleaning the handrails throughout the whole queue. So they may be doing that pretty often.
I could perhaps shed some light, because I know that I don't know if all the rides are doing this. I just know this about Hagrid's. But I mean, I guess probably a lot of them are doing it. If you use the hand sanitizer that they give you, they will not wipe down the ride after you get off. But if you absolutely refuse the hand sanitizer, I don't know why, but some people do. But if you absolutely refuse the hand sanitizer, they'll let you on, and then they'll wipe down that one.
That makes sense. Yeah,
you having the hand sanitizer, then they don't.
Yeah. And that's actually something I wanted to mention real quick about my Legoland visit. And everything we're talking about with Universal, you can apply it to Legoland as well, except Legoland does not require masks. They just encourage it. So it's just about 85% of the people do not have masks on there, and that's their choice. Legoland is doing their best to get them to wear the masks, because they're giving out free masks for those who don't have any, but it's just up to them. Once again, it's up to the guests. But sanitizing at Legoland, they have those PlayStations with all the Lego pieces that kids can build stuff. Not every one of those is open, but the ones that are indoors are still open. And every 30 minutes they go in with this like backpack of hand sanitizer and a spray, and they spray all the bricks in the bucket, kind of swash the bricks around with their gloved hand, and then do another spray, and it dries within 5 minutes. So they're constantly cleaning those bricks there.
That's smart.
Yes, very, very, very smart. What? Oh, I was going to show a couple more photos here.
Yes, more slideshow! Yay!
Okay, so I went to go meet Blue. Blue is out and doing her meet and greet.
Is she in a new enclosure now?
Yeah, they have a brand new permanent raptor encounter closure.
Finally.
Good for her. She deserves it.
And that it's weird because it's the island is Jurassic Park, but then when you step foot inside the Raptor Encounter, you're now in Jurassic World. So there's a bit of a theming challenge here, and I think the new roller coaster they're building, it's going to be Velociraptor themed, and I think it's going to be Jurassic World. So that whole area is going to be connected with Raptor Encounter and that roller coaster.
Part Jurassic Park, part Jurassic World. So you're in like 2 different time periods.
Exactly. In fact, it's interesting, but I do appreciate the integration of Jurassic World. However, the most important part of the Raptor Encounter is the introduction.
The baby raptor. Yes.
Aww.
Sierra is her name.
Yes, she's so cute.
She makes a little noise and just adorable.
I love her already. She's so cute.
She's very cute.
Okay, so we're going to end the stream here pretty soon because, like I said, I'm exhausted and I've got some more work to do with the show, which I do want to tease this, guys. Tomorrow's episode of the show will be an important one. Please tune in. Please watch it all the way to the end of the episode. We will have an announcement. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but tune in. It's very important. So please, tomorrow at 6 p.m. when it goes live for everyone, our club and VIP subscribers will be able to access it in the morning. So you'll see and find out what's going on. But please do watch it. I ask you to watch it. So let's see, Philip. I think we talk about this every week. We don't know.
No idea.
No. After seeing it in person today with the queues for just the regular attractions, there's no way in heck they're going to be doing conga lines this year. There's going to be some sort of pulsated entry, which will make it actually a little. I think if they do it that way,
Scarier.
it would make it a little more scary because you're by yourself.
I wasn't even going through it with the other kind of line. Now I'm definitely not going through it.
Oh no, we're going to send you. Ava. We'll send you.
I went to Halloween Horror Nights once, and we posted it on this channel, and that is enough for you. I paid my due.
I mean, we're already going for the views as it is. Like, enough already. Like, we are putting it all, like, every host here, besides you, Banks, it's me and Ava getting put at risk nonstop. I'm getting thrown on Tower of Terror, getting passed out. Now we're going to put Ava through a haunted house and have her.
No, we already did that. Well, actually, I didn't go through any of the houses, but I went through the scare zones and we filmed it. So there.
You watch out, Ava, because I will totally talk to the PR people there, and we'll schedule an E&L of just the two of us.
Okay, no. Okay, hold on. If you're
going to I'll give her a little teeny tiny mask, and I'll put her on a leash, and you.
I thought you meant me. I thought you meant me. I was leash.
No, my little kitty cat. I will put a teeny tiny mask on her.
No, I will
put her on a leash.
I will go in Buck's place. I will dress up as Buck. I will put a little mask on, and then I will
sacrifice yourself for Buck.
Always, yes. My niece.
Not so scary. You get candy and quality entertainment.
Hey, hold on. Yes. Think of it. You gotta think though. How different is Not So Scary going to be this year? Are they going to hand out candy because you don't want to touch candy?
Yeah, I mean they might.
Yeah. Are they going to have a parade? Are they going to have any shows? Are they going to do any? already a crowded event as it is. Like, how are they going to do Not So Scary this year?
I know, like a lot of the draw of Not So Scary is the meet and greets with like Jack and Sally, but you probably can't really do.
I mean, you could still do meet and greets with them, but like they would have to stand
far
like
away.
yeah, you would have to do what they're doing with like the characters, and then if they have to wear a mask, like
Well, we don't know what they're going to do yet because they've said officially there will be no character meet and greets. Character meet and greets are suspended. The characters will still appear. They'll probably appear like up on the train station or up on the rooftops or things like that. But there will be no character meet and greets as of right now, as of July 11th. So we don't know because I mean, heck, Not So Scary starts earlier and earlier every year. July 11th is the reopening of Disney. That's just a little over 1 month before Not So Scary would usually start. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
We'll know soon, though. But we don't know
Lady
now.
Tremaine back. Just bring Lady Tremaine back. Just
We're
let
walking
her.
around.
Just let her yell at people. Just let her yell at people. It's fine. Just let her back in. Stop her banishment.
Yes, it is, Michael. Purple Parrots, Legends of the Hidden Temple. I'm assuming I'm the only one here that knows this.
Is that the game that you play on your phone, Temple Run?
I re-downloaded that. I re-downloaded that the other day.
Nope.
You canceled it. Finally. Now I'm in your spot.
Oh, there you go.
I threw my phone.
No, it's an old Nickelodeon game show from the 90s. They did like a recent movie on Nickelodeon back in 2016, 2017.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Blue Barracudas. Sydney is a silver snake. I'm a purple parrot. She also likes green monkeys.
I like the alliteration.
Well, not green monkeys.
Oh, no, the other one.
Yeah, silver snakes, purple parrots. I think maybe the only alliteration because you have the red jaguars, iguanas, green monkeys.
Blue Barracuda. You just said that.
Blue Barracuda, purple parrots, silver snakes. Are the only three alliteration. What's up?
I heard Blue Barracuda. I heard Silver Snake.
Oh, she came running in. Yes.
I mean, yes, help us, please.
Oh, yes, the Shrine of the Silver Monkey. Okay, so if anyone's got any last minute questions about Universal, let me know. We're going to end the stream a little early tonight, and then next week we're going to go back out and about, guys. We're going to be out at Disney Springs next week or Universal. We'll see which one we're feeling.
I reiterate my question from the very beginning of the stream. Where should we go to get something to eat?
We still need to find out something to eat. So, no McDonald's.
Yeah.
Five Guys.
We don't have Five Guys over here, unfortunately.
Twisty Treats.
The what?
Twisty Treats.
I agree with Rodney. It's twosomes. Is Twosomes doing regular seating now, or are they still just doing quick service?
I think it's just quick service. I actually walked into Toothsomes at about 12:15, and only the gift shop area was open. So I grabbed some chocolate pretzels and a drink. They said the milkshake counter service area would open at 4:00, but I don't think the restaurant itself is open yet.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I wonder if our dear friend Beth will be working, and if so, can I still annoy her? I mean, I can annoy her from 6 feet away. I yell at her from upstairs when she's downstairs.
Well, let's do some shout outs here real quick, guys. So throw out your shout outs. We'll post the comment up there.
Shout out Cher, even though she's not watching.
Shout out to my cat. Buck,
shout out
to my
Spencer
place
and Oliver
from
and
Halloween
Sydney.
Horror Nights episode.
Shout out to the dog. Shout out to Nathan.
Nathan.
Shout out to Yali.
Oh gosh, here we go. All here we go. Rodney.
Matthew.
Michael.
The Big John Network.
Nellis.
Florida Joe. Joey.
Joey.
Yeah. Albin.
Awesome.
Cool Daddy Alyssa. Claude.
You're seeing these comments before I am.
I got my phone. I am in the chat. I am always prepared.
He has infiltrated the chat.
I've infiltrated everything. This is my show now.
Yes. So,
and
yeah,
also
next week
shout out to all the Universal employees and team members who
Yes.
work
Shout out to
today.
all the team members out there, Universal, SeaWorld, Disney, Legoland, everyone that's getting ready to reopen or has reopened already. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being amazing, and hope things are going well for you. Let's see. The cat is coming from inside the chat.
Yes.
Okay, so next week, we're gonna go out finally. Either Disney Springs or Universal. We'll figure that out and we'll let you know. Watch the show tomorrow for an important announcement. And with that, I think it is down to call it an early night. We will see you later. Have a great week, everyone. Please,
I'm everywhere. I put in the chat.
please be safe and be your best.
Yes.
What
Have
he
fun.
said.